to get in here.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Testes, 1, 2, 3. Testes. I think we're good. What is going on, everybody? The Rose here, and welcome to another episode of the Game Corner podcast. You guys are spoiled, man, when it comes to this, because normally you'll be lucky if you get one in a month. You got 3 of these now this month. We coming to you live tonight because we got a little bit to talk about, and it's too big for less than serious because I don't have a whole lot of time. Well, not that I don't have a whole lot of time. We got too much to talk about on the next episode of Less Than Serious. So
Got that right.
we got too much to talk about. It's stuff that turn my camera off because it's not set up. We got too much to talk about and too much to yeah, thanks a lot there, fucking TSS. Yeah, my camera wasn't set up. It's over there on my TV. I had it set up for gaming, so. But the camera you do see on screen there is the co-host tonight, Mr. Kratos.
So,
But anyways, so we have too much to cover on Less Than Serious this week. There's a topic I wanted to bring up last time, which obviously I didn't even put it on the thumbnail because I actually forgot. And number 2, Tex went and ruined the show anyway by taking it over with football talk, which is all well and good. We are going to talk more football this week, but we'll talk about that at the end of the show. So what we're here to do tonight, as you can see mostly on the thumbnail here, let me move Kratos' head for a second. We're going to be talking about the new Xbox Series S and X models that got leaked on Monday. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the Xbox versus the FTC still going on in court, which is how these leaks pretty much happened in the first place. And
well, there's more to that as well in the report that we're about to cover.
right. And then we're gonna. Oh, I got echo.
Is that me?
It might be you.
Okay, hold on. How about now?
Yeah. I can hear myself a little bit, but it's not as loud.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, we're also going to talk about the Mortal Kombat 1 DLC leaks that were all over Twitter the other night as well. So, well, with that being said, Kratos, I'm going to let you take the lead on this since you know more about these leaks and whatnot than I do. So,
All right. Well, here's the
well, first off, before you start, you sent me everything, so just keep me informed on like where you're going to start, so I know what to pull up.
I'm gonna start right from the beginning about like the leaks that I'm gonna start from when they came out, which was early in the morning, like 2 or 3 a.m. All because someone had a file for said leaks still in the PDF section of the FTC and Microsoft case on on the court website.
Okay, well, the one you sent me was from 4:56 p.m.
Yeah, that was Phil Spencer's.
Okay, then you sent me the other one.
Spencer's memo.
The other
That
one
was
is
after.
The other one is 2:30 p.m. That's the one you're starting with, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me pull up that. Throw it up on the screen. Well, that's not it at all.
It's the first like link where it says massive Xbox leak in the memo.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay.
And more information has came out about this too because according to other sources, on Twitter. It has been said that it's been said that the that Microsoft has made $1 billion more than in profits than Nintendo in the fiscal year of 2021 going into 2022, according to these files.
So this says here Microsoft is responsible for the huge trove of leaked documents that revealed things like a
Mm-hmm.
new uh, diskless Xbox Series X design, announced games from Bethesda, and executive musings about buying Nintendo, according to a new filing from the FTC versus Microsoft judge on Tuesday.
Hmm.
And
Man, this whole leak got me happy but concerned at the same time because now it's out there that Nintendo was planning on being bought out by Microsoft at some point, and they're building a Nintendo museum that's gonna be opened next year in Japan.
right, that was on the Nintendo Direct.
Nintendo Direct.
In the filing, Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley says that the
Mm-hmm.
court ordered the Federal Trade Commission (FTC) and Microsoft to provide the court with a secure cloud link to trial exhibits with redactions that met the court's recent orders. Microsoft provided a link on September 14th, and the court uploaded the exhibits from their judge, Corley says. The parties in the case have since told the court that the version of the exhibits provided contained non public information, which might be the understatement of the century, and the court has removed them. The FTC and Microsoft must resubmit admitted exhibits by September 22nd, which is tomorrow. But
Mm-hmm.
they're also on the hook to confirm to the court that they're okay with what has been uploaded. The parties shall simultaneously file a written certification signed by all parties and non parties whose information is contained in the admitted trial exhibits, verifying they have previewed the exhibits and certify that contains only public information in accordance with the court orders, Judge Corley says. Earlier on Tuesday, the FTC also deflected the blame for leaked documents towards Microsoft. This whole situation has been a weird one. The leaked Xbox documents were somehow included inside what appeared to be a 5-page PDF file, but this isn't the only time there have been mistaken leaks during this case. In June, confidential PlayStation secrets were revealed because of redactions seemingly done by Sharpie. So, all right. So you take the lead on this one, Kratos. What do you know more about this? And as you can see on the thumbnail, well, let me remove this. But as you can see on the thumbnail, what you're seeing is a new controller and two consoles. The one on the right is the Series S model, which is being called Elwood. The left one, which is more of a rounded Series X model, which is being called Brooklyn. And the controller right here in the middle, which is being called sebile. So that's the main leaks of the whole case as of Tuesday.
Well, there's official
What's going on, Twitch man?
there were official names announced potentially for those two consoles. The black console, which is rounded, would be the discless Xbox Series X.
Right.
No physical discs needed.
Dicks. We don't need physical dicks anyway.
And the other one to the right would be a next gen hybrid Xbox that would come out in the year 2028.
Which honestly, I would take the one on the right more.
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lot more compact. I always thought the Series S model looked a lot better than the X.
Yep.
So TSS says, I saw it more that Phil Spencer wants Xbox to buy Nintendo, and Nintendo doesn't feel one way or another about it. Since Xbox tried this before and got laughed out of the room, which was back in 2001.
Yeah, and same thing happened to Netflix when Netflix tried to sell their rights to Blockbuster. Look how that ended up. Blockbuster only has one store left in the whole world.
Well, put it this way. When it comes to Nintendo being bought out by Microsoft, Xbox is having a hard enough time buying Activision. There's no way in hell anyone is going to allow them to buy Nintendo. That would be too large of an acquisition.
Yeah, true.
It's
But if
certainly not
Nintendo was willing to
impossible.
play ball for it, anything can happen.
Right, it's not impossible, but I don't see it happening. Because I can tell you right now, PlayStation had a bitch fit enough with this. Can you imagine the temper tantrum they're going to throw if Microsoft does buy Nintendo?
They threw a temper tantrum over the Activision like buyout because they only wanted Call of Duty and blocking the merger.
Right, but
That was it.
think of how big a name Nintendo is and how much bigger Xbox would become
I
with all
figured
the
Sony would
Nintendo
be all
IPs.
for it because of the fact that like Nintendo's been their competition since the freaking 90s.
But if Nintendo gets scooped up by Xbox, all of those IPs, Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Fire Emblem, and whatnot, all of those IPs would be Xbox exclusive, which would make Xbox more of a juggernaut than PlayStation, in my opinion.
Yeah, but still, you also have hardly any first party games on Xbox currently, and PlayStation buying up every single freaking IP they can get their hands on and being like greedy with it and calling it first party exclusives.
I don't know about that. I mean, they had the rights to Street Fighter and they lost it.
I'm talking about like Spider Man and all the Marvel video games made by Insomniac.
I mean, if you really think about it, PlayStation doesn't have many first party titles either. I mean, they have Horizon, which isn't all that big. They have The
They
Last
have
of
Last
Us,
of Us.
which isn't all that big anymore. They have the Gran Turismo series, which they get one game like every 8 years. Um, the God of War series, as of right now, is finished. We don't know what they're going to
Yep,
do with
the
that.
I seriously think after Ragnarok that was the end of the Kratos story. I actually Corey Balrog actually said that on the on an interview last year that the Kratos story is officially finished for Ragnarok, which leads an open question: what happens with Atreus or Loki? Does it continue from him? Does it continue on with him? That's another question.
That's another discussion for another day. So let's go. Let's continue with the Xbox leaks. This is what Phil Spencer had to say to the leaks. So this is again from The Verge. I do have it on screen still. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Xbox chief Phil Spencer has just emailed Microsoft employees about the massive Xbox leak that happened earlier today. Obviously, this was on Tuesday. In the
Hmm.
internal memo obtained by The Verge, Spencer says Microsoft Xbox plans were unintentionally disclosed as part of the FTC versus Microsoft case. Documents revealed a lot, a diskless Series X redesign, a 2028 Xbox that could deliver cloud hybrid games.
That'll really piss off Google right there because they couldn't even do cloud gaming for worth a damn.
With the Stadia, yeah. A new
Same for
controller.
Amazon. They're working on cloud gaming and they're pretty piss poor at it too.
A new Xbox controller announced, Bethesda games, and even discussion about acquiring Nintendo. Let's
Now
see.
the thing is about the unannounced Bethesda games. One of them was Skyrim, was Elder Scrolls 6, and it's not coming out until late 2026.
And that was first announced long before this acquisition even started. And
Hmm.
that's gonna
They
be
also announced a new Doom game as well,
and
but
that's
that
gonna
was
be
leaked
the
in this.
the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be cross-platform because that development started before
The acquirement, yeah.
the acquisition.
So, truth be told, and according to what I've heard through the grapevine of my own like sources, or you could, or I guess you can't call them real sources, but still, I have heard that like Elder Scrolls 6 will be the last Elder Scrolls game for PlayStation
I mean, it would make sense,
before it becomes exclusive to Xbox.
right? That would make sense because after this, Bethesda has no more obligation to release games on PlayStation
Hmm.
or Nintendo, for that matter.
The only thing that Sony will have is Call of Duty from Bethesda, from Microsoft, and the Sony Bethesda acquisition.
For now, yeah. Let's see. Spencer hints that Microsoft's plans may have changed, particularly in some documents were from last year, but others were from years prior. I know this is disappointing, even if many of the documents are well over a year old and our plans have evolved, says Spencer in this internal memo. In a similar, briefer statement shared on X, formerly Twitter, Twi- Spencer says, "We've seen the conversation around old emails and documents. It is hard to see our team's work shared in this way because so much has changed. And there's so much to be excited about right now. And in the future, we will share the real plans when we are ready." And of course, that's the tweet right here. Spencer's Spencer reiterates this real plan message in his internal memo to Xbox employees. "We put incredible amounts of passion and energy into our work, and this is never how we want hard work to be shared with the community. That said, there's so much more to be excited about, and when we're ready, we'll show the real plans with our players." And this is the memo. I'm not going to read the memo, but you can. I'll leave it right here on screen so you guys can read it. Uh, so yeah, that's interesting. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Xbox makes a move in 2028 to buy Nintendo when they're ready to release that new console. Who knows? I don't see it
Hmm.
happening, but who
And
knows?
also, the apparent price that they're asking for this new controller, it may come out in 2024, but supposedly it has some of the best parts of a lot of like of its competition. Sony's DualSense, the Valve Steam capabilities, and some of Google Stadia's capabilities.
Well, if Xbox made their controller like PlayStation's, I would be much more willing to play fighting games on the Xbox. I do not
Yeah.
like the Xbox D-pad whatsoever.
Now, let's not forget the other piece of information that leaked out with this: an Xbox handheld
I
console.
didn't see that. I didn't hear anybody talk about that.
That's because it's been buried underneath everything else. But either way, there was small talks about an Xbox handheld coming in the near future as well.
Interesting. Did not know about that.
Yeah.
You have any source on that? So I
Not
could put.
much is known about it. Not really much is known about it. It looks like a freaking tablet with like buttons on it. Personally,
I mean, anything's got to look better than that fucking shitty PlayStation Portal that they're coming out with.
it's literally a rectangle with Xbox buttons and like sticks. That's all it looked. That's all I saw. That's from like the leaks on it.
Let's see. TSS says, we'll say Xbox new controller. The fact there will be no disk drive at all. Keyword cloud hybrid games, which has no which has me concerned. And Xbox will attempt to go full digital for their games. Yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. Which means no physical games. Which means once Xbox moves to another system, those games are gone unless they're on Game Pass, which charges digital distribution often.
TSS. I'm about to show you my Elite Series 2 controller. You tell me what's the thing that's missing on here. There
Oh,
is literally no need for batteries on it. No need for batteries on this Elite Series 2 controller.
so that controller is actually all plug and play.
Well, the only thing it has like internals, but it doesn't need double A's. And it has a charge, and it comes with a charging deck on its own right.
Oh, so well, that's what the regular Series X controller is too, because that's what I have. I have
No,
the.
the regular, the yeah, but like even the regular Series X controller still sometimes takes batteries.
Yeah, but you could play with it as long as you connect it to the USB-C cable. You don't need batteries.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and plus the whole thing's wireless, and as long as you have it connected to a USB-C port, you're good to go. Wired charging, but I have a little like case for it where I can do wireless charging right here.
That's one thing that's always pissed me off about Xbox. Why are they so gung ho about needing batteries for their controller when PlayStation and even Nintendo use internal batteries for their controllers?
I mean, think about it. Xbox finally got rid of the adapter for their consoles with this edition of Xbox consoles.
Right.
Took them how long?
Now that's something Nintendo needs to do because they haven't ditched them yet either. So, is there anything else behind these leaks and stuff that you know of? Has there been anything else?
Outside of a couple games that were leaked to the public that were not announced yet, like an Oblivion remaster for Elder Scrolls.
I mean, we
That's
have
on
this.
here too. The announced like the leaked list of like Bethesda games coming soon. One of them being Elder Scrolls 6, Oblivion, Fallout 3 getting a remaster, a new entry into Doom, and that's just like, how does this leak happen?
I have no idea.
But yeah, we got a Fallout 3 remaster and an Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remaster coming that was apparently leaked.
I'm just getting.
Now,
I mean,
the one thing I hope they fix in Elder Scrolls 4, the voice actor literally screwing up her lines that got memed for years. If you talk to a certain like handmaiden next to a king, you hear her say, can I repeat that please? Or can I try that again please? While she's reading her lines.
are you serious?
Yeah.
So they left it out.
That's in the actual game right now.
So they left the out. They left out an outtake as an intake.
Yes.
Wow.
That was actually in the game. You can hear it in the audio. She mumbles, "Can I try that again, please?" I'm like, how the hell do you get that fucked up? Because she screwed up her lines initially, And that said, and you can hear that in the audio of her trying to redo her lines, and it's still playing the character as if they're talking to your character in that.
TSS, the as I already mentioned, the stock Series X controller does take batteries, but you don't have to use them.
And mind you, this controller is not $100; it's about 180.
The Series 2 one, yeah, because I bought one
Yeah.
for my brother for Christmas. It cost me $217 after tax and shipping and whatnot.
Well, with tax is about just north of 200. Yeah. I bought mine at Best Buy before they closed up.
All right, so let me see. I'm gonna try to. So, is there anything else with the Microsoft leaks while I pull up the Mortal Kombat 1 leaks?
That's about all I found and have heard so far. Outside of like I mentioned with the fiscal year stuff, this was actually used in court. The fiscal year stuff, where like Microsoft made almost practically more than Nintendo at one point in their in the fiscal year in profits, and they plan on having hopefully 100 million Game Pass subscribers by 2030. And right now they're just over 30 million.
Wow.
So how are they going to pull that out of their ass is anyone's guess. Because they got another 7 more years to get that milestone.
Let's see.
Let that sink in, chat.
I'm just going over this page
Hold
real
on,
quick.
someone's calling me. Hold on.
I don't like this. Here we go. I'm just getting the DLC stuff. He has leaked a bunch of stuff regarding Mortal Kombat. This person here. Okay, I think they all start here. Okay, here we go. All right, so follow along with me. I put the Thinny on Twitter has been leaking Mortal Kombat 1 future DLC and whatnot. So he says here, this was as of Tuesday as well. MK1 Datamine tweets announces. Here's the list of currently available announcers in the game. You have the default announcer, Geras, Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, Shang Tsung, Sindel, and Sub-Zero not available. And Omni-Man is going to be a DLC announcer. Then he posted MK1 Dynamite tweet game modes. Other than the possibility of a tag team mode, here is a list of modes that have announcer calls or career profile tracking. Test your luck, test your sight, test your strike, scavenger hunt, mercy. Forgot to mention the seasonal fatalities in the event mission game, uh, invasions. We'll have limited time missions that contain Titan versions of characters. Let's see. What else did he post? Let's see.
Sorry, I was texting a friend who did not know I was on stream tonight.
Masquerade Bundle and Shang Tsung announcer will be coming to the store in a future rotation featuring Day of the Dead Lin Kuei brothers. Reference Queen Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay. Cyrax main, the next data mine might piss you off. Expected update. Okay, so he posted that. MK1 data mine tweets. Adjustment to DLC data mine. Alright, here we go. So this is going to supposedly contain spoilers, but whatever. So, the mysterious Lin Kuei lady and Cyrax of the Shirai Ryu are the same person. Cyrax is now a woman.
Huh?
Sector is the second DLC character for Combat Pack 2. Noob Saibot is the third character for Combat Pack 2. And he is friends with Sector. Sector asks Liu Kang to help him save Bihan and return him to normal. This is going to be a story addition to the story mode, since the spoiler alert, the Lin Kuei thing has gone unresolved in the current story. Sector is the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei, so this is all story stuff. Couldn't figure out who the buffed up dude is, which we actually know in the next tweet. We'll get to that momentarily. There's a possibility that Terminator T-1000 is the 5th DLC character for Combat Pack 2.
Why?
Because Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, was in MK11, so I guess now they're going to do the T-1000. Ghostface is likely the 6th DLC character in Combat Pack 2. And then this is pretty much a summary of everything he leaked on Tuesday. To summarize the past few days, we are expecting the following DLC. Story DLC with characters. Another combat pack. Candidates are for story mode Cyrax, Noob Saibot, and Sector. Combat Pack 2 will contain Jade, Cassie Cage, Kung Jin for the MK side. And the guest characters will be Ghostface, Terminator T-1000, and Conan the Barbarian. Not all of these might come in the order, and the order is unknown. We could have 3 plus 1 guest, then 3 plus 1 guest, or 3 plus 3 guests, then story plus 3 characters. And as always, take everything with a grain of salt, because things could change like Ash Williams. So by the looks of things, we already have the 6 characters. We already have the 6 characters confirmed for Combat Pack 1. So we should be expecting, according to this leak, 9 more characters for a total of 15 DLC characters. Which MK11 only got 12. And
That's crazy.
MK11 got 12, and Mortal Kombat X, or 10, got, I believe, 10? 8 or 10? Somewhere's around there. I don't think they got 12. I think MKX got 10 at the most.
Interesting.
But yeah, so that was a little bit more on the story. There's going to be a Lin Kuei story expansion type thing. Because, like I said, if this is true, by the way, if this is true, this is all speculation. Supposedly, these are data mined. This is data mined from the game itself. Um, the Lin Kuei story portion of the game was left unresolved. So that is supposedly going to be the continuation of the story mode, which will include Cyrax, Noob Saibot, and Sector. Cyrax will now have boobs. Uh, we will be getting Jade. Cassie Cage to me doesn't make sense. How do we get Cassie when Sonya's not in the game, or even part of the story? I don't know. Maybe she's going to be Johnny's daughter from a different character. Kung Jin will come back, and then the guest characters will be Ghostface, the T-1000, and Conan the Barbarian. So what do you think of those possible additions to the game, and do you think it makes the game better, or are they like head scratch? Is that like a head scratcher decision?
The biggest head scratcher is Conan the Barbarian. Personally, it's the biggest head scratcher that I've ever seen outside of Rambo being in Mortal Kombat 11. It's also face palming at the same time because you have yet another action hero from a movie that was famous back in, how long was Conan the Barbarian out? 70s, 80s? Why?
The only reason I know of what Conan the Barbarian even is in the first place is because of the game that AVGN reviewed on his YouTube channel.
And the other thing, T-1000. He doesn't speak, as far as I know. How's that going to work for intros? Think about it. Did T-1000 ever speak?
I don't know. I never
in
watched
Terminator
the game.
2? Other than transforming into someone that he obviously was not? And TSS said Conan the Barbarian came out in the 80s. There's our answer. More 80s movies, more 80s movie references. We had Predator in 1, in what? Then we had Predator in MK10 as well.
Yes. Yeah, the Alien and the Predator.
Xenomorph in MK11, right? With Rambo?
No, Xenomorph was an X with Predator.
Okay. Those I can tolerate because they're actual iconic figures that can actually fight that are fictional. The other problem is the fact that we just had the other league of Highlander and Peacekeeper or Peacemaker coming into Mortal Kombat 1, right?
Yeah. Homelander, Peacemaker, Omni-Man, Ermac, Quan Chi, and I forgot the sixth character for the first pack.
Are they trying to really get the fans of Mortal Kombat to get into are they trying to bring Mortal Kombat into mainstream with all these movie references as characters in the game? They've been mainstream for so long already.
Right.
Why do you need more mainstream from the past to promote your game?
And then you have here Dynasty, if you've heard of him on YouTube. He covers a lot of fighting games and whatnot on his channel. He leaked. Tag team mode just leaked. Traditional MK9 style tag team mode for Mortal Kombat 1. So that'll be coming too.
I seriously think tag team mode was in Mortal Kombat 4 back on PlayStation 1 where it was 2-on-2. Am I wrong?
You're thinking of... I know it was in Trilogy.
I know Mortal Kombat 4 had it on PlayStation 1, 2 on 2, where if you beat one character, it would load your next character into the fight.
Yeah, I know Trilogy had it.
I had Mortal Kombat 4 on PlayStation 1 years ago. It took the dang disc getting cracked for me to even get rid of it. Cracked down the middle on one side.
Did he provide a source? He didn't. So, apparently, Ed Boon responded to the Ghostface leak. Dynasty made a video about it, but he didn't include the source. I was gonna go over Ed Boon's response,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, there's no source here.
Well,
Maybe I can find it real quick.
I found something else that was noteworthy about like whatever's going on with Call of Duty. Spawn is coming into Warzone.
I literally just saw that on Dynasty's Twitter.
Yeah, and the good thing about it, and I know my buddy's probably listening to this right now, because he responded to me about opening up on stream with my camera with face reveal. Keith David is going to be the voice of Spawn in Warzone.
Inarius and Lilith from Diablo, Skeletor, Ash Williams, and Alucard are also included.
In Warzone?
Yeah. Modern Warfare 2 X Warzone Season 6. Licensed content.
Skeletor, though?
That's what it says.
What's next? He-Man with guns? I have the power! With an AK-47 in his hands.
Let's see. Can you fuck off? I hate Bing so goddamn much. That's why I use Google. Ed Boon basically confirmed the leaks, lol. That's game FAQs.
But either way, these leaks are getting out of hand. This data mining stuff is really getting out of hand.
I'm surprised it hasn't been illegalized yet. Because as soon as the game comes out, somebody out there is gonna freaking break it all down and leak the shit.
There's already a YouTube video of audio clips from Destiny 2 for all the audio clips that were data mined for the current season. That was made into what? An hour-long video? 40 plus minutes of it being just audio clips from in the game? I'm like, how does that happen? There's one reason, there's a lot of reasons how it could happen. Too many people having access to the internet.
Yep.
That's number one. Too many people. Too many people wanting to pay money to ruin people's experiences in games for whatever sick pleasure they get from it. It's just...
I do want to show you this, though. This looks pretty cool. I'm going to mute it, though. So apparently Ed Boon got this happening in Vegas. Drone footage of Mortal Kombat 1 being featured on the Sphere Vegas. Running 24 hours, 2 times per hour until the 25th of this month. So if you look at this, if you look at my screen, you can see. Let me actually. Oh, wait. Here we go. I had to mute the sound though, but you can see that. That looks pretty fucking dope.
I don't see it yet. Hold on.
Yeah, I've been hearing my voice echoing, I think, through Kratos. It's been happening the entire time. We tried to minimize it as much as possible.
Let me fix this. Let me fix it. Try to fix it at least. It's probably the speakers on the Skype to my camera.
But yeah,
Holy crap, that looks nice.
that's the Mortal
I'm looking at it on the replay.
yeah, that's the Mortal Kombat 1 running on the Sphere Vegas in Las Vegas. That looks pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look on here. I don't see anything where Ed Boon responded to the Ghostface leak, but I couldn't find anything. But supposedly Dynasty said he did, but I couldn't find anything on it. So, although we do know Ed Boon is a master troll, so there's that.
I mean, he trolled an entire fighting community for injustice over a sigh, and people thought Melina was going to be in a injustice. People thought there was going to be a crossover, and then the trailer drops and shows off the Ninja Turtles, which is an even better deal for me because you could play as all four.
Right. Which is better than what Street Fighter did.
You know, Street Fighter fans, I don't know how y'all feel, but y'all need to just stop with the hate when it comes to like people cosplaying and getting certain things wrong. Y'all need to stop that.
What are you talking
Seriously. Like, I'm not even joking. There was a wrestler, Zelina Vega. She dressed
Oh,
up as
yeah,
Juri
the
from
Jory
Street Fighter
thing.
6.
Yeah.
People threw a fit over her outfit.
I thought it
Guess
looked really
why?
good.
It wasn't the outfit itself. It was the fact that she was wearing shoes.
Right. Yeah, I remember
Like,
that now.
seriously? You're complaining about shoes?
Yeah, I remember that now. But the outfit looked nice. It was really good.
TSS brings up another good point in the chat.
He says people get the game and they data mine the game and found everything on it, and the developers simply forget to not have these files inaccessible. Yeah, but I mean, it should go both ways. Yeah, they should be more careful with that. But at the same time, these people really shouldn't be going in, breaking these games down to spoil everything for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of which, Baldur's Gate 3 is getting another major update tomorrow. Someone tweeted that out and said, a AAA dev's worst nightmare, doing their job. Because they put out so many hot fixes, 3 major updates with the third coming tomorrow. That's insane for a game that just came out. That have active people working on it. But either way,
I did it.
this
I did
whole thing with Xbox, with Mortal Kombat, they both have one thing in common. Someone leaked, whether it was intentional or accidental, leaked all this information out. It could have been one person at a time for each situation. It could have been numerous people for both situations. Excuse me. But still, it got out to the public when developers did not want it out. That's the problem. It's getting way too much. It's becoming way too much in some cases.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is.
Whatever happened to just like making a physical disc demo to give you a taste of what's to come in the game. Whatever happened to those? Oh yeah, we got rid of them because we started making digital games. And now the demos are even digital. But they're not even called demos, they're called free trials.
Right. Well, anyways, if you have anything else on the two topics I brought up to tonight, I did invite Casey to the show, but I think he left work early. He told me he wasn't feeling good again,
Okay.
and he was in the hospital
Yeah,
again.
I saw that. I saw that on Twitter DMs for fantasy football. He was in the hospital.
Yeah,
Hope
so
he's feeling better.
well,
That's for darn sure.
he was on his way home, I guess, when he called me earlier today to tell me he wasn't going to do the show tonight.
Mm.
But
Well, either way, it's becoming, like I said, it's becoming a problem with all this massive data mining, massive leaks from all sides. Even if it is true that Microsoft themselves accidentally leaked these documents from the FTC case, because that was in the report as well. Microsoft themselves pulled off the leak or did the leak because apparently Microsoft has very well hidden watermarks in their pictures to know so they know who leaked what. That's the one thing that I forgot to cover. There's very well thinly hidden watermarks. So Microsoft knows who to freaking fire at that point.
yeah,
It's just, why couldn't we do the same for these data mined Mortal Kombat 1 leaks potentially?
so I am beginning Sunday night streaming for a charity. It's called Stop Soldier Suicide. It's from
Mm-hmm.
Sunday the 24th through September 30th. It is a 30-hour gaming challenge across 7 days.
Ooh.
It's a 30-hour gaming challenge across 7 days to raise money and awareness for, prevention of military suicide. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing that for 7 days. So I hope you guys will join me for that stream, for those
Oh,
streams.
I'll be a part of it. You said it starts Sunday. What time?
Sunday, I haven't figured out when I'm going to start streaming yet, but I have to stream for about 4 to 5 hours a day,
Okay.
each day for 7 days.
Luckily, Sunday's my last day of work for my new job. So, and then afterwards, I'm off Monday and Tuesday.
So, if you guys will join me for that, help me raise money. If you'll donate, that'll even be better. But unfortunately, it's a Facebook fundraiser, so you have to have a
Hmm.
Facebook account to donate. So it is what it is with that,
Ah,
which kind of sucks.
okay.
Um,
Freaking Facebook.
um, so because of this, I have to move Less Than Serious to Saturday. I don't know if you're available Saturday night, Kratos.
I am. I may work, but I am.
Well, when do you get off work? I don't want you to get in trouble.
5 p.m.
Five.
Central.
Oh, okay, so that's plenty. So that's 6 p.m.
I'll
for me.
be. I should be done working beforehand,
Okay,
regardless.
because I gotta move LTS to Saturday night because of the charity stream starts on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So Saturday night, Less Than Serious. I believe it's episode 75. We're gonna be talking about EDP getting busted a second time.
I saw that. I saw that video. I'm like, this stupid son of a gun
Busted a
again,
second time, 2.5 years after he got busted the first time.
and and still YouTube is protecting him. Regardless, they're they're allowing videos to be taken down that has evidence of him trying to meet up with minors.
So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about obviously NFL Week 3.
I think you beat me last week, this past Sunday, with your Monday night football game.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I figured.
But that was a close game, though.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about NFL Week 3. We're going to talk about EDP getting caught again. McDonald's wants to get rid of their fountain machines.
Oh, I saw that. I thought it was fake news. I thought it was fake as all hell.
Uh, Emily sent that to me, EJ. So we're going to go
Mm-hmm.
over that and see what that's all about.
Yeah, that report's actually from earlier in the week. I'm surprised it or last week or something. 'Cause I
Yeah,
saw that
she
a
sent
couple days ago.
she sent it to me the day after or 2 days after the last episode. I'm like, yeah, we could use that.
Oh, okay.
Um, so yeah, we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about all of the cuts that WWE has just made today. Because boy, were there a lot of them.
Yeah, they're still cutting people as far as I know. They just cut someone in like a few minutes before we went live. I'm like, okay.
So we got a stacked show on Sunday. It's gonna be at least 4 topics, could even be 5. We'll probably have to start early. So instead of starting at 10 p.m., we'll probably start at 9 p.m. on Saturday.
All right. All right.
And we'll probably end up
Well,
going about 3 or 4 hours easily.
well, there's the if anyone has been paying attention to those releases from WWE, a match has been now officially taken off the card for NXT No Mercy
Well, we'll go over
because
all.
Mustafa Ali got released
Well, there's your spoiler alert for one of your releases, but we'll go over the full list of
because he was
releases.
supposed to wrestle for the North American title.
We'll go over the full releases as well as the other WWE announcements that came out today, because there were quite a few of them. So
Oh,
we'll go over all
there's
of that on
another
Saturday.
report about like Vince McMahon where TKO even wants his butt going.
Yeah, I saw that.
We may
too.
have to cover that in the releases.
Yeah, so if we'll cover all the WWE news Saturday night as well. Casey, I'm sure, is going to be fucking rock solid for that one.
Nah, not just rock solid. He's gonna be Juice Robinson rock hard for that.
TSS says, again, this is just speculating. I will watch the replay because, unfortunately, I will be busy that day. Yeah, Saturday will be less than serious this week. And then it'll go back to Sunday on the next episode, which will be October 8th. Well, Kratos, you got anything you want to plug so we can get the fuck out of here? Since we did an hour, which is exactly what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to eat some
the
food.
most I'll plug is my YouTube channel, which is the same name on here, MK3 Kratos.
Which is in the description box.
It's also my Xbox gamer tag if you want to find me on Xbox. Same spelling.
Well, I could add you on Xbox then.
I also recently changed my PlayStation username to the same thing. So
I didn't know you had PlayStation. I thought you were just an Xbox.
I got
guy.
a PS4.
Oh, okay.
It was my brother's. He's got the PS5.
Okay, so I could send you invites on there, on the both
Yeah.
consoles. But
Okay. Either way, it's been a very, very rough year for gaming already, and game developers in general. But we're all gonna have to just tough it out at this point.
well,
But if you want to see me stream, I may stream on Twitch at the username OTS, off the script obviously, _ Kratos.
Well, I'll put your Twitch in the description if you decide to stream on there. But for right now, your YouTube channel is in the description box. Finally, I did remember to add it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
I usually have my streams uploaded in full to YouTube anyway from like Twitch, so I can see what needs to be edited out or not.
Speaking of Twitch, I actually just hit. Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
This is showing me we're not live.
What?
I'm refreshing. Oh, here we go. Okay, I had the wrong thing up. I was
Yeah,
gonna
because
say, holy
stream's
shit.
still open on mate on my phone.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so now I lost my train of thought. I was saying, oh, speaking of Twitch, I finally hit 150 followers yesterday or today, earlier this
Heck yeah.
afternoon.
Heck yeah.
So nice round number. And
Mm-hmm.
next Friday is my birthday. 8 days from now, or rather, well, almost. I would just say a week from now, because today's just about over. Um, so there's that. And yeah, so follow me right here on Twitch and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already. Greatly appreciate it. Follow me on social media, Twitter especially, so you know when I go live and upload a video.
You
And
can follow me on Twitter at Kratos Matos. Shout out to my buddy if he's in the chat still for coming up with that name and has stuck with me
I haven't seen
for
anybody.
about the better half of 2 years.
The only person I've seen in the chat was TSS.
Well, he's watching, but he's not commenting.
Oh,
I
okay, so
figured.
he's lurking. Okay.
The last time he was in the chat was like when we covered Witch Queen for Destiny 2 for some of the changes coming in Witch Queen.
Oh, okay, so that was a little while ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, hit the like button on this video to show me you like gaming news content. You want to see more? Maybe we'll do more a little more often. But yeah, follow Derailed Gaming Live, OCRP on GTA 5, GTA Online, Friday Night Gaming every Friday night, and Derailed Patreon, $1 a month gets you nearly 300 episodes of podcasting material.
And if you look hard enough, you'll see Casey get his ass kicked by J-Man twice.
3 times.
No, I mean like on Derailed.
Oh.
On the Derailed podcast.
Well, with that being said, we hit the hour mark, which is what I wanted. I'm hungry. I want to get something to eat. So, Kratos, thanks for coming on tonight. We did this podcast
No
again.
problem.
We did this podcast tonight again because Less Than Serious was just too fucking crammed, too jam packed this week. While this would have been something we could have talked about on LTS, it didn't have. There's no room for it this week. There just wasn't.
It would have been lost in the shuffle regardless.
So
With all the talk we got going on Saturday.
I figured I'll do a Game Corner podcast on it, and it'll be its own little show. And yeah. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out again, Kratos. Until next time, you'll see me in a little while because I'm going to come back and play some more Pokemon Teal Mask DLC after I eat some food. So I'll see you guys again in about an hour. But if you don't see me again, then until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll catch your ass down the road.